What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the World Boxing Association, better known as the WBA, President Gilberto Mendoza, have now informed that, according to my sources, they are planning to give the WBA junior welterweight world champion star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero, who is 15 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'8", with a 68-inch arm reach. They are planning to give Rolando Rolly Romero until March or April, around that time, to rematch now the WBA junior welterweight interim champion, Venezuelan star boxer Ismael Barroso, who had a controversial loss to Rolly Romero. Ismael Barroso is 25 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws, 23 wins by way of knockout, 40 years of age, 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach. They give it Rolando Rolly Romero now until that time to make a decision if he's going to fight Ismael Barroso in a rematch after Ismael Barroso knocked out British star junior welterweight title contender Ohari Davis in brutal fashion in the first round this past weekend. Ohari Davis was the WBA mandatory challenger for Rolando Rolly Romero, but Rolando Rolly Romero claimed to have a back injury. And now the WBA is going to uphold this rule, and they are stating that Rolando Rolly Romero, who is trying to get out of the mandatory challenge with Ohari Davis with the proclaimed back injury, and now is trying to get out this rematch with Ismael Barroso, who he is on record stating that he didn't want to engage with because Ismael Barroso hits harder than Gervonta Tank Davis. He got a controversial win over Ismael Barroso as Hall of Fame referee, well-renowned referee Tony Weeks prematurely stopped that fight. Now, after some recent reports Tony Weeks made, there's no telling what took place. But Tony Weeks, he claimed that Ismael Barroso, being in advanced age, he didn't want to see him get hurt at the first sign of adversity. He waved off the fight. Keep in mind, Ismael Barroso in the 9th round, the fight was stopped. He was up on all 3 judges' scorecards and had dropped Rolly Romero in the fight. So it was a lot of controversy surrounding that victory for Rolando Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero's on record saying that Ismael Barroso, he didn't want to engage with him because when he hit him, he hit harder than Gervonta Tank Davis by far. And you can tell from his body language, he had no intentions on engaging with Ismael Barroso. If you look at the fight with Tank Davis and you look at the fight with Ismael Barroso, he had no intentions. He was coming forward against Tank, and he was getting hit by Tank. He was not trying to come forward against Ismael Barroso. Nonetheless, that's not what this is about. This is about the WBA. So they're giving him until March or April, or they're going to elevate Ismael Barroso to the champion, and Rolly will be stripped of his title. Why is this important? Because Rolly is trying to maneuver around this Ismael Barroso mandatory challenge and trying to fight former lightweight, now junior welterweight Mexican-American superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is now 24 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 24 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. No doubt that would be a bigger, marquee, lucrative fight for Rolando Rolly Romero. There's no doubt about that. And that's a winnable fight for Rolly Romero as well. Ismael Barroso is still a winnable fight for Rolly because at the end, towards the second half, he started to come on and he hurt Ismael Barroso for sure. But the first sign of adversity, Tony Weeks waved it off, so we don't know where this was going to end up. And so it's the unknown, and Ismael Barroso is deserving of the opportunity to get the belt. It looks like Ismael Barroso has no interest in step aside money. And if that's the case, then, well, we'll see this rematch, or Rolly's going to be stripped. Because the whole point in Ryan Garcia changing his tune from pursuing a fight with undefeated 2-division world champion, former lightweight undisputed world champion, now the reigning WBC junior welterweight world champion, who is top 10 pound for pound best fighters in the world, in Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney is 31 wins, no losses, no draws, is 15 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'9", with a 72-inch arm reach. They have a deep-rooted history. They fought 6 times in the amateurs. They reportedly split 3-3. Devin Haney has a WBC title, the official title. Devin Haney is coming off of beating what is seen to be either the best or the second best junior welterweight 140-pounder in the world, and 2-time WBC junior welterweight world champion superstar boxer Regis Ruguru Prograis. So with that said, he beat Regis Prograis in dominating fashion. And Devin Haney has made a statement. Initially, after he beat Oscar Duarte, that being Ryan Garcia, in his comeback fight after he was knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia stated that he admitted he wasn't ready for Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez of the world. He wanted to go after Rolly. He felt like that was an easier path to a world title, right? And then Rolly turned it down. Rolly said, I have all intentions of fighting 4-division world champion, superstar boxer Adrian the Problem Broner in his next fight, right? So that was the direction he wanted to go in, Adrian Broner. And so with that said, he changed his tune. Both changed their tune. Rolly suddenly changed his tune and said that he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia, and then Ryan Garcia pulled out the negotiation with Devin Haney and now changed his tune and wanting to fight Rolly. But Ryan Garcia is saying that he wants to fight Rolly, get the belt, and then fight Devin Haney. The fight will be bigger. But if Rolly gets stripped of his belt, then what's the point in fighting Rolando Rolly Romero if you're Ryan Garcia? How does that benefit you then? Because Rolly doesn't have a belt, doesn't have a title, right? So this is why this is interesting. Is the politics in the sport of boxing going to suddenly rear its head and wave its hand? And Ismael Barroso suddenly is not going to get his opportunity because the powers that be behind the scenes, Rolly Romero is still advised, and he's not officially signed to Mayweather Promotions, but he still works with Mayweather Promotions. Ryan Garcia, obviously, we've seen him leaning on Mayweather for advice. Is that the route? And he's with Oscar De La Hoya. So is that the route? Is suddenly the powers that be in the sport of boxing, is going to overrule and overshadow the actual rule book of the WBA? Or is the WBA going to stick to what's right and give Rolando Rolly Romero the boot, or force him into this fight with Ismael Barroso and give Ismael Barroso his opportunity to truly regain the title? Or to gain the title, not regain, because he never had it to lose it. But he was in a position to have it. It was in his grasp if he could have held on for a couple more rounds against Rolly Romero, but that was taken from him at the first sign of adversity when Tony Weeks felt, the need to be generous and stop the fight. So are they going to, that being Gilberto Mendoza, are they going to do what's right by Ismael Barroso? Is Ismael Barroso going to take step aside money, and be guaranteed the winner? That's a possibility, right? Ismael Barroso could possibly say, okay, I'll take step aside money with the agreement that I fight the winner in that fight, right? Because that still is a big fight, and that's a marquee fight for Ismael Barroso. If I'm Ismael Barroso personally, I'm saying you pay me step aside money, you guarantee me the winner of the fight, and you put me on the undercard of that fight against a winnable opponent, right? But nonetheless, Rolly Romero clearly doesn't want any parts of Ismael Barroso. When Ismael Barroso knocked out O'Hara Davis, he was cheering up and down and saying, see, I told y'all. I told y'all this dude hit like a mule. That's what he said. He said, man, this dude hit like a mule. I tried to tell y'all. So we got to see how it unfolds. But apparently the WBA is going to give Rolly until March or April. If he don't make a decision, they're going to elevate Ismael Barroso and he'll be stripped of the title, thus making the fight with him and Ryan Garcia irrelevant. As far as world titles go, it still will be an interesting a fight that people would watch, but it ain't going to be for no title. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.